Alright, so here's how we pour a DRL reflector. Hope the angle's good on the camera. So since the shape of this mold is a little convex at the bottom, concave, I can't remember, I need to fill the mold, the bottom of the mold, furthest from my fill point prior to me closing it up. So we just add a little bit here. Alright, put the liquid plastic down. Now I take my other half of the mold, see the registration marks, I'll be putting those in those holes, and I want to squeeze some of the plastic out so it fills into each of these little corners here, otherwise we develop bubbles. Alright, now we're going to take a rubber band and we're going to rubber band the mold together. This guy out of the way. Get the first couple on, then I set it down, and I put the rest of them on. Gotta work kind of quick because the plastic I'm using has a shelf life, or a curing time, supposedly, of, not curing, a shelf life of about 9 minutes once you mix it. And it's been about 4 minutes in the vacuum chamber trying to remove all the air bubbles. So, got about 5 minutes to work with once I pull it out of there. Otherwise it starts to harden up a little and doesn't pour and flow as nicely. Alright, so that's pretty good. Now I'm going to spread the mold and continue to pour. And as I slowly pour it in with a very even stream, you don't want any stops. You don't want to pour too fast either. As I go up, I will start to close the mold up with my fingers. Just releasing and letting the rubber bands take back over. I try and look in if I have enough light, see if I can see if there's any bubbles in the middle of the reflector. And hopefully by pouring in the center here, it pushes them to the sides and out of a spot where they're real visible. If you can see them though, you can obviously play a little bit more with where you're pouring, and it helps the final product a little bit. I have lights at terrible spots in this position for some reason, but it's better for filming, so. Alright, almost to the top. So I'm going to keep slowly closing the mold. I'm sure it's oozing out of one of these sides, probably the back side right now. Now I let it fully close, and it's over the top where I need it. So now I'm done pouring with that. Normally I have a paper towel on hand, but don't this time. And I take a toothpick, and there's a couple bubbles right at the top, and I can actually just touch them and move them to the surface so they don't get caught up in the reflector. And looks like there was only one this time. Alright, so now I'm going to take this mold. As you can see, it's filled up. And I'm going to put it in the pressure tank over there.